Hey Capricorn, how's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and I will be doing your reading for the full moon in Scorpio. So very powerful energy happening with this full moon, as all full moons tend to be pretty powerful, but for, a little brief amount of time. Scorpio is like the death card is ruled by Scorpio, so it's very much about like endings and beginnings, a period of renewal, kind of like some new moon vibes during a full moon, which makes absolute sense. I've been very drained. I almost wasn't going to read this round, but I'm really trying to commit to twice a month. So, I digress. That really is not relevant. But let's start off, as usual. We will set the tone with some oracle cards. Just to sort of catch an all-around vibe. We have waxing fire moon, waxing gibbous moon. You can see that there. Individuality. So, individuality and buds. So, when you think about buds on a tree, for example, this is actually a really great time. It's springtime, at least where I'm at. Think about all the buds on the tree. They relatively all look the same and are the same, have the same genetic makeup from the same tree. They bloom and maybe even produce fruit eventually. They're all the same. They have the same job. They do the exact same thing. They look the same, but they're not 100% the same. There's going to be a slight variation between each bud. And that's what individuality is. There's a very similar aspect to the nature of buds. They basically all look and act and do the same thing, just like humans. But then there's that one little 0.01% that makes you, that makes that little bud that individual bud. So, what does that mean to you? What defines you between the rest of the buds? Is it, an extra mark on one of your petals? Is it that you have longer petals or shorter ones that you're about to bloom? It doesn't matter what size or shape you are, basically. You're still going to do the same thing. You're still going to bloom into a beautiful flower and all that kind of fun stuff, right? So, honoring your individuality is also honoring your connection to being the same as everything else as well. I really feel like, this theme has been presenting itself to me more often than not. Like when you think about influencers, people who want to make a difference, people think that their message is different, and it usually is to a certain degree. It's everybody has their own way of expression, right? Everybody has their own personality. No two people are exactly alike. Even twins are different, right? Identical twins. But at the same time, everybody is influenced by something, right? And even the way that we're influenced, like influences of things outside of us, contribute to our individuality. That's super real. There's actually a word for it in psychology. It's called epigenetics. It's not just psychology, it's science in general. So our surroundings and our experiences shape us. And we could be influenced by the same thing and it might produce different results. And there's like a chain reaction to that as well. So, I mean, we could talk about this for a really long time, but that's not why we're here. We're here for some tarot and oracle. So just remember those things. Remember your individuality, and remember also where you fit within your community, within your family, and how you contribute to those things, and how important you are. That you're, like, always remember your needs, and that your service does not define you. It's time to take action. We've got a new moon in Aries vibe happening for you too. So time to take action with how you express yourself individually, as an individual, or what it is that you just want as an individual. It's time to take some further action as opposed to doing what others think you should do. All right? We have the Page of Pentacles. Aquarius had this, actually, as their beginning card, interestingly. So maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius. Maybe you are responsible for a young person, or maybe you're just like, maybe you're on some type of journey to learn about health and well-being and creating, like, manifesting money for yourself as well. I feel like this is more so a young person in your life that you care for. This could also just be an indicator that your concern is about, like, growth with your health, wealth, and finances. And, like, big growth. When it's a young person, there's always room. It's like big room for growth. We have the Five of Cups. So there's been a situation, maybe with this individual, it could be a young person in your life, where the bad outweighs the good. There's been, like, maybe some emotional conflict. You're feeling isolated from this individual, or you just, like, shit went left on some level. I feel like, you know, you'll know what this is talking about. So if you have, like, an ornery teenager or child that's any age, you might be feeling like you're the nag and they are the, you know, the bratty person, or it could be vice versa. But either way, there's, like, some emotional growth is going to be key to your health and money building capacity. So regulating yourself emotionally, what does that mean? You know, there's such opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to emotional regulation, right? People, the way that they procrastinate, it manifests so differently. There's just, like, absolute avoidance, and there's getting yourself distracted doing other things and making yourself look very productive when you're not really getting what it is that you actually need to do done. But overlooking the situation, the universe is telling you that balance and justice is coming through for you. The scales will balance out. You may feel like you're at a loss on some level. There might be some things that you need to let go of in order to achieve balance. That kind of always feels shitty to begin with. Or you may feel like, you know, sometimes when it comes to justice, if you were in a wrong in some type of way, or if you were just creating a scenario where missed opportunities are gone and that's it. It is what it is. But now you know, and you won't let an opportunity like that slip through your fingers again. King of Swords. So, again, understanding. You're very knowledgeable, Capricorn. Don't ever underestimate that. You're extremely, like, all about the ethics and values. You're all about assisting others in their transformative process. You know, you're a protector, a loyal protector. Like, the King of Swords is really all about virtue ethics and virtue. Like, when you think about the Ned Stark, right, of life, that is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a teacher. So you might be finding yourself, you may want to teach, like, you may find yourself ready to start teaching whatever it is that you know within your skill set. Now, in your past, there's been some soul searching that you kind of ignored on some level. Maybe, like, it might be a big deal, it might not be a big deal. But there's been some soul searching that, like, you might have missed the mark a little bit. And that's okay. But you are at a loss to a certain degree on account of it, Capricorn. I would say with this king here, like, I don't think that I don't think this king coming through is like really powerfully linked to you not looking at your past as thoroughly as you could have. I would say moving forward, allowing this king to inform your decision making, your ability to transform, like your need to transform certain things is probably still there. So are you going to tune in and deal with the situation? I hope so. This Page of Swords coming through speaks to, you know, some good studious behavior or activities. All the pages are, you know, are sort of like are the novices, right? The novices, the novi, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Words. So the Page of Swords is about learning, is about making decisions. They're kind of awkward. Not awkward, what's the word? I wanted to say klutzy. Like, you just have to be very careful, like, when you're this small and trying to wield, like, this big sword. You want to make decisions, you want to be a judge, but you don't, like, if you don't have enough experience underneath your belt, it's going to go wrong. You're going to have some hard lessons to learn from. You maybe still have some hard lessons to learn. This could also be this young person, again, coming through, making the decision to expand their mind and their horizon. We have the Lovers within your attitude. It's not a bad attitude. It's the self-love card. So you're choosing you. You can't really go wrong with that. I mean, if you're going to think about your past and the things that you don't want to look at, though, and this might not be how you are anymore, right? This could just be a thing of the past. But you have to commit to it being a thing of the past, right? When it comes to learning, when it comes to growth, when it comes to health, you can't skip out on the Four of Swords again. It doesn't work that way. Because if you're not able to do an inventory of all of your assets and defects, I sound like a bit of an AA meeting right now, but it's real. It's real talk. If you're not able to take an inventory of your assets and defects of character so that you know what you present at the table when it's your turn to sort of like sell yourself, so no, but also if you do, that's okay, you know. But you catch my drift? You get what I'm saying? When it comes to like being the salesperson, when it comes to your resume, when it comes to your CV of life, that is something that you really need to take into account. and having a willingness, because this individual here understands how they go wrong. This individual here is always willing to admit their faults for the pursuit of being honorable, being transparent, and also being serious about their growth. Because if you're not serious about your growth, then you're not serious about where you're messing up. And if you're serious about your growth, then you're serious about where you're messing up. Because you can't learn if you can't think or, examine the ways in which you're making mistakes. Because that's how you learn. There's other ways to learn too, but learning from mistakes is kind of a big deal. Because we don't want to always learn from mistakes. That's a lot of mistakes. We can minimize the mistakes. It's real. So it's amazing that you love yourself, that you're brilliant, that you are able to honor and value yourself in many ways. So your environment, though, there's like a little bit of leveling up required. You have created a foundation for yourself that is the kind of foundation that is exactly what you need to level up. But this can also be a bit of a purgatory, okay? The Four of Pentacles is tricky because on one hand, you're able to manifest. You're able to manifest more than you can hold on to, or arguably, more than you can carry within reason, right? So when it comes to this is like the learning how to manage your money getting bigger card. And it goes in various ways, and there are various things that you need to take into account and also ward off as well. When this card comes through, it can be that people are trying to suck your energy, usually when it's reversed. You have to be mindful of that. This can also be a bit of a hoardy type of vibe. You're holding on to too much and not allowing any room for growth on account of just trying to hold on to everything that you got right now. So that's a tricky one to wrap your head around as well. It's like a poverty mindset or a lack mentality. So it's like, saving everything because you're worried that you're going to do without. And then you start attracting the energy of doing without. So if you have things that you need to give, that you can give away or that you can get rid of, do it. It's spring cleaning time, It's the perfect time for that. Give yourself a couple of weeks. It's always great to follow the cycles. The new moon is, the new month. So it's great every month to just do a bit of a power clean. Then the full moon could even be that for you too. It doesn't really matter. Anytime. Just do a power clean and refresh and renew the energy within your space. Let go of some stuff that you don't need. Even have a garage sale or a yard sale. Whatever you want. Donate to your local shelter. That is something that I have on my list of to-do things. So, it's not a bad idea. And it's good times all around. That's what you hope for. You just want to have fun. Girls, they want to have fun. This is being ready for love, though. This is not just about, Girls Gone Wild, whatever edition you fit into. This is... What is this? This is being ready. This is celebrating your life. And what it is that you've also achieved is being happy with who you are. Celebrating the fact that you're in a space where you can love yourself, because honestly, it's such a privilege. Truly, truly, truly. Counting your blessings and being able to congregate with other like-minded individuals, your kin, friends. Just being able to do that really, really is a gift, and honoring that is really important. So that's at the core of what you hope to achieve, part of what you hope to achieve in life. And then we have the devil. So, keeping that in mind, not allowing your vices, shedding light on what your vices are. It looks like one of your vices is not paying attention or not being willing to acknowledge your defects of character or your assets or both. So what are your vices? You know, what goes kink in the night for you? It's nobody's business but yours. Are you allowing it, though, to mess with your daily routine? Because if that is the case, then it's a bit of a problem, and you need to look at that. Right? And you have the capacity to do so. Willingness, don't have the best track record for that, but that does not mean that you're not ready to make a better choice. Right? So what is giving you this anxiety? Work, maybe, or developing new skills? Are you afraid of learning new things sometimes? You're already a good worker. You're a Capricorn. There's things that you're really good at, and you get shit done. You know, you have the energy for that. It's a very earth-like energy for you. So, you know, this makes absolute sense. But I would say that your network is really something that you want to pay attention to. When you think about networking, how do you want to present yourself? How do you present yourself, and how do you want? Like, if you were your boss hiring you, what would you expect that individual to do? Right? This is also working together as a team. You know, what's going to work? Teamwork. Right? Sounds cheesy, but it's very, very real. So what else we got going on here? Yeah. Now, interestingly, the Knight of Pentacles is the type of individual that requires direction. So that might be something that might not be what you've been honest with yourself up until this point. The Knight of Pentacles also is a protector of their domestic arena. So this is about protecting your home. This is about protecting even the embodiment of your own personal space, right? When it's reversed, this individual is pretty lazy. They require motivation. So do you require motivation, or are you dealing with somebody that requires motivation? Now, this is the kind of person who's good to have at your back. They honor the sacredness of the household. So if this is like an individual that you're manifesting romantically, they're definitely going to be a grounding force in maybe some future decision making or activities that you want to get involved with, or even how you decide to balance out or maintain your flow of input and energy input and output. Like, they may inspire you on some level. They could have some fire, like this could be an earth sign with some significant fire placements, or vice versa, like a very down to earth fire sign. So they could be Sagittarius as well, even. But either way, like, the Knight of Pentacles is also like, you know, the budding entrepreneur, the person that is just really trying to do the work to maintain balance, composure, you know, eat their greens, sprouted grains and shit, and also make money and take care of their health and finances. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is really doing the work to achieve their goals, right? They require a little bit of nurturing, direction, which could be the case for you as well. But if this is somebody that you're manifesting, this person is probably pretty kind. or at least down to earth. And, you know, they may have, they may not be a king when it comes to commitment. But they'll certainly be a memorable Netflix and chill vibe. All right? So, let's close out with some oracle. What are we doing here? With some oracle and affirmation. These are mostly affirmation cards. Yes, we open with oracle, we close with affirmations. The King of Coins. Hey. Not bad. I am a master of productive activity. I have learned to focus my energies to achieve my ambitions. I look to my work as a source of fulfillment. Boop. I know that achievement requires perseverance, patience, and determination. I help motivate others as we work toward common goals. I recognize the power of united effort. Yeah. I trust my ability to succeed. I have learned to communicate, motivate, and negotiate in order to realize my dreams. I value work and creative production. I am proud of my accomplishments and enjoy the fruits of my success. All right, so what do we got here? So you want to be a badass? What? Show your heart to everyone. Yes. It takes a lot of courage to be authentic in this world. Showing your heart does not mean you're soft all the time. Or that you're a hot mess or a doormat. It means you're showing up fully as yourself. Do you know what's weak AF? Living a fake-ass life trying to please others. Amen to that. All right, Capricorn. You take it easy, and we'll catch you next time.